A dust-up is happening in Fort Collins where neighbors are at odds about a growing prairie dog colony, and it's just the latest community here in Colorado dealing with this issue. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. So what is it about prairie dogs that gets people so fired up? Tonight, Russell Haythorne takes a 360 look at prairie dogs on the Front Range and the battle over whether they should stay or go.
So this is called the Power Trail.
Gail Miller walks this open space almost nightly.
I walk at dusk. That's why I see a lot of wildlife.
But what she saw the other night shocked her. A contractor using carbon monoxide to kill the prairie dogs in their burrows. There was no public notice.
And to me, doing it late in the evening makes me think they didn't want anyone to see.
The city of Fort Collins says in this area, the Fossil Creek wetlands, the prairie dog population must be managed to strike a balance when conserving all wildlife. Another side of this is that these little guys are destroying the vegetation here, stripping the land of the natural grasses and other plants that make these wetlands what they are. Miller argues the wetlands are thriving at the moment.
It's in good shape. Could it possibly change if we had a severe drought? Yes.
And it's not just Fort Collins. A similar fight is happening right now in Parker, where an HOA poisoned a neighborhood prairie dog colony.
Our HOA fees were used to kill all these prairie dogs, unbeknownst to any of us.
Others applauded that decision.
Well, I'm not for them, so I was glad that they were doing it.
In Longmont, City Council is trying to decide if prairie dog relocation efforts should extend to all neighborhoods, not just new developments.
I really would love to be a prairie dog. You guys have put so many great protections into place, and I'm here tonight to ask the same thing for us, your citizens.
Back on the trail in Fort Collins, there's certainly no shortage of opinions.
It's not that big a deal, but I can understand when it really fills in with development, you wouldn't really want them around.
So what's next? Miller, who's also a veterinarian, has temporarily convinced Fort Collins to stop gassing the prairie dogs for now, but the fight will certainly continue.
Using lethal methods as a last resort, not a first resort.
Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.